Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome to Scouting Report number 3. This time, we are diving into the buzz around Carter Bear, and I'm gonna try my best to explain why he's the new sensation and why he's jumping into so many top 10s. So please take the time to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel grow, and without any further ado, let's jump into it. So, first thing first, Carter Bear is a left shot left winger who might project as a center and who stands at 6 foot 179 pounds. So, average in size, but far from average in energy and compete level. He's also a November birthday, so on the older side for the draft. Bear is basically the best player on the best team in the WHL with 67 points, including 32 goals in 40 games. That's first on the team. It's top 5 in the entire WHL, all ages included, and top 10 in the last 25 years for draft eligible player, putting up points at the same rate as players like Berkeley Catton and Seth Jarvis. A lot of rankings are putting him in their top 10s like Elite Prospect, the Hockey News Tony Ferrari, and Smart Scouting, and some are a little bit more conservative like McKean's and Future Consideration, who have him in their 20s and 30s respectively. But anyways, let's take a look at the highlights and make up our own mind about him. Carter Bear isn't the flashiest player. He isn't about flashy skating and flashy handling, which are both a little bit of a somewhat limiting factor in his projection, but Bear is the embodiment of a team player who's hard to play against. He's this year's Ryan Leonard. Even as the game progresses, his face gets meaner and meaner. I love it. His level of competitiveness is as consistent as it gets, shift to shift, night to night. You get the same level of meanness and ferocity, the same level of willingness to use his hard skills to battle through contacts on entries, on retrievals, on a cycle, on exits, at the same level of hardcore forecheck every single night. He just doesn't take a break ever. The motor is just non-stop. It's unmatched in this draft, in my opinion. He's the type of player that even if he's a little bit hunched over in his skating, he fights through every stride. Like, his skating is a 6 at best, in my opinion, but he battles so much to be first on puck or to forecheck that he gets that little additional 0.5 on my rating, and might even get another 0.5 eventually because he always keeps his feet moving and does everything on the move. Like I said in my top 16 ranking, he looks a little bit like Zach Benson on the ice with the hunched over stance, but with the fight in him to still win races for the puck. Offensively, he might be on par with players like Berkeley Catton in terms of production, but the puck skills are not even close, and the offense is generated in a much different way. Catton can drop the puck flat on your stick with perfect weight through layers of shin pads and stick from across the ice repeatedly. Even on his best day, Bear can't do that at all. The production would suggest that he does, but he doesn't. That doesn't mean that he isn't a great playmaker, though. He's just more direct and works through small passes and relocation, like a pass below the goal line followed by him diving towards the net for a shot in tight, or a pass to the trailer on entry followed by him going to the net for a redirection, or finding soft ice closer to the net. Off the puck and on the rush, I think he reads the play really well, often coming in the middle as the trailer with space to shoot or driving the weak side towards the net. Like, he's not an offensive genius by any means, but what he does work, and it will also work at the NHL level. He looks a little bit like the NHL version of Seth Jarvis, but the version with less athleticism and less natural puck skills, but still a player that works really well under pressure with fantastic hockey sense and fast decision-making skills, a player that gains the inside positioning on every battles around the net or along the board, a player that invites contact to make plays, but also a player with amazing work ethics away from the puck. Bear just never stops moving on the forecheck, applying intense pressure on the defense, but when that fails, he's just as intense on the back check and disrupts zone entries and hits players with force. He also seems like a player with a good understanding of puck support and knows when to support his defense down low and when to go all out and apply pressure at the top of the defensive zone. And once he has disrupted that play, he's quick to get the puck moving the other way. I'm just saying it like that, but I think he would be a perfect fit for the Habs, an intense player on both sides of the puck who has very good transition and offensive habits, plays hard, hits hard, forechecks hard, intelligent with and without the puck on his stick, plays around pressure and score goals in dirty areas. what's not to love? I also think that he's a bit of an underrated shooter. His catch and release is really, really good. It's powerful and off the stick really quick. He also has some movement on his wrister and can pull it to the inside to change the angle on it. It's not the best shot in the draft or anything like that, but it's projectable. The release is fast and it's heavy, and he's got a sneaky good backhand. So when you put it all together, we've got one of the most complete player in the draft. But what I don't think is skating and handling will prevent him from playing in the NHL in the middle six capacity. I think some improvement on both his quickness and his handles in tight and manipulation would solidify him as a top six player. He's one of those players with a solid floor as a middle six player who can move up the lineup without hurting the team, and who will most likely kill penalties at the NHL level, but who also has a high ceiling if everything clicks and he gets a step quicker. I don't think he has top six main offensive driver type of ceiling on his team, but the player who finishes every play on the line and links the plays between players while creating space for his line mate by pushing that defense back, gaining possession of the puck on the offensive forecheck, win battles on a cycle and in front of the net while being disruptive defensively. I know I said he makes me think of Seth Jarvis in the way he plays, but there's a significant difference in soft skills and skating between both. So I think a player like Brendan Hagel is more of an accurate comparison, but I'm terrible at comparison, so take it with a grain of salt. I don't think Bear will ever be over a point per game player unless he too plays with Kucherov, but a player with the same type of impact and style on his line and on the team sounds about right. So there you go. Please take the time to like and subscribe once again. Another one down. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace!